Hello and a very warm welcome on One News in English at 5. I'm Yanni Moutsios. These are today's top stories. Ukraine's president praises his people's bravery on the 50th day of war, calling Russia's invasion absurd and suicidal in his latest national address. CIA Director William Burns says a potential nuclear strike by Russia is possible amid the military setback suffered in the battlefield in Ukraine. Supreme Court of Greece sacked 2 more of its staff on the grounds of professional inefficiency. Dimitris Lignavis, charged with rape, has filed lawsuit for defamation against a key trial witness. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has praised his people's bravery and resolve on the 50th day of war, calling Russia's invasion absurd and suicidal in his latest national address. We have withstood 50 days already, 50 days of Russian invasion, although the occupiers gave us a maximum of 5, he said. The Russian flagship cruiser Moskva has sunk in the Black Sea of southern Ukraine, according to Russia's defense ministry. Ukraine claims it was hit by Ukrainian weaponry, the Neptune cruise missile, which Ukraine builds itself. Russia persists on its initial claim that a fire broke out on board and then stormy sea conditions sank it while it was being towed to port. Russia only has 3 of these flagship class of warship, which have crews of almost 500 sailors, and the loss of the Moskva is considered to be a big blow. According to UK's Ministry of Defence, Moskva served a key role as command vessel and air defence node. More to come. CIA Director William Burns says a potential nuclear strike by Russia is possible amid the military setback suffered in the battlefield in Ukraine. CIA Director William Burns expressed concerns over a potential nuclear strike by Russia amid the military setback suffered in the battlefield in Ukraine. Given the potential desperation of President Putin and the Russian leadership, none of us can take lightly the threat posed by potentially resort to tactical nuclear weapons or low-yield nuclear weapons, Burns said. The Kremlin placed Russian nuclear forces on high alert shortly after the invasion of Ukraine began on 24th February. Meanwhile, a total of 6,673 alleged war crimes committed by Russian troops in Ukraine are under investigation, Ukraine's prosecutor's office has said. 198 children have been confirmed to have been killed, the office added. Greek-American groups launched a campaign on Thursday to prevent the sale of F16 fighter aircraft to Turkey after the Biden administration signaled that the sale would serve U.S. national security interests. The campaign follows the letter sent by the State Department to the United States Congress in March, according to which the potential sale of F16 fighter jets to Turkey would serve U.S. national security interests and NATO's long-term unity, particularly in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Turkey made a request in October to the United States to buy 40 Lockheed Martin-made F-16 fighters and nearly 80 modernization kits for its existing warplanes. The March 17th letter, first reported by Reuters, is signed by the State Department's top legislative official, Naz Durakoglu, and is addressed to Democratic Congressman Frank Pallone. The correspondence followed efforts made by 50 bipartisan lawmakers in February, led by Pallone, urging the Biden administration to reject Ankara's purchase of the F-16 over what they said was Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan's lack of commitment to NATO and his vast human rights abuses. In her reply, Durakoglu acknowledged the ongoing tensions with Turkey, but also highlighted Ankara's support for and defense ties with Ukraine as an important deterrent to malign influence in the region. The administration believes that there are nonetheless compelling long-term NATO alliance unity and capability interests, as well as United States national security, economic and commercial interests that are supported by appropriate United States defense trade ties with Turkey, the letter said. Greece's former Prime Minister and main opposition leftist leader Alexis Chipras vowed a strong progressive comeback at his Syriza party conference on Thursday. Chipras, currently in opposition, verbally attacked the ruling New Party of New Democracy, saying its days are numbered. The leftist leader said Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis implemented aggressive neoliberal policies that resulted in social injustice. Within 3 years, Greece became a paradise for the oligarchs and hell for society, Chipras said. Chipras called on Greek progressive forces to unite under a single roof of his party ahead of the next national elections, following the governance example of Spain and Portugal. Prominent socialist politicians across Europe intervened in the conference via videos or sent letters of support to Tsipras' calls. More to come. Supreme Court of Greece sacked 2 more of its staff on the grounds of professional inefficiency. Students will return to school after the Easter break on Tuesday, May 3rd, due to the bank holiday of May 1st, which have been moved to Monday, May 2nd. Self-tests will no longer be required for students returning to school, however, face coverings will remain mandatory. Secretary-General of Ministry of Education, Alexis Chipras, said that COVID cases across the general population is stable, whereas it appears to be a decrease of COVID cases in the education community. More on the precautions that students will need to adhere to after the Easter break will follow, Mr. Chipras said. School season will be terminated for elementary students on June 15th, whereas secondary school students will attend classes till May 30th. High school classes will terminate on May 20th, whereas the admission university exams will commence on June 3rd. Supreme Court of Greece sacked 2 more of its staff on the grounds of professional inefficiency. A 54-year-old first-degree prosecutor was among the last ones to be relieved from their duties for amassing 3,000 pending court cases, whereas 153 case files have gone missing. The prosecutor denied having the pending case files when asked to return them back so that they can be prosecuted by other staff members before the deadline expired. Also on the program, Dimitris Lignavis, charged with rape, has filed lawsuit for defamation against a key trial witness. COVID-19 death rate rose to 77 patients the last 24 hours, according to the latest data from the National Institute of Public Health. 8,223 new COVID cases were reported and 329 patients remain in intensive care units. Former art director of National Theatre Dimitris Lignavis, charged with rape, has filed a lawsuit for defamation against a young man who is a key witness on the trial. The young man, originating from Egypt, had accused Lignavis of raping him in Epidavros in 2015. Prosecutors suggested that the request made by the defendant's lawyer to have the witness's mobile phone forensically examined should be rejected. According to the prosecutor's office, the charge tried by the court is that of the statutory rape in repetition, and there is currently no standing investigation on the witness, therefore the request should be dismissed. That's all from us. Next news bulletin at 6 o'clock in Greek. Thank you for watching.